So yesterday, I made a terrible mistake. That's right. That was my big Jenica off the side of the boat, completely in the water, when the boat was doing 20 knots in wind speed of 35 knots. It was just a huge mess. This is a big sail, the second biggest that I have on board the boat, and it's the one that lives on deck normally. And I knew that last night I was going to go through a front and have to jibe. And I was concerned about my ability to move the sail around from one side to the other in really strong conditions. So I guess I made a shortcut and I left it tied up really well on the deck, but on the leeward side, so that when I jibed, it would be on the windward side. But the boat was going so fast that the waves on the deck were so powerful that it shredded the bag and dropped the sail in the water. And so when I heard a banging noise, I went up to investigate. My heart sank. I thought that it was going to be impossible to get this back on board the boat. But I slowed the boat down. I got ropes around the sail. I started dragging it on board with winches, and then little by little managed to get all of this back on board the boat, and then safe inside. And thankfully, the sail stayed furled up for the most part, and it doesn't look to be too damaged. There's a few little holes, but things that I can fix myself. And so, yeah, this is what it looks like. It's a big mess at the moment. But I'm confident that I can get it back. But that was a terrifying and frustrating moment, and I was convinced that it was going to be impossible to get it back. So that was an insane effort. Of course, I was doing this while the front came through, and so it was blowing 35 to 40 knots with driving rain. I couldn't see what I was doing. I was underwater half of the time, and yeah, it was brutal. Really kicked the stuffing out of me. But thankfully, the day has been a lot more moderate today. It's been sunny but strong in the post-frontal train, and the strong winds after the front. Recently we had 48 knots of wind, I saw recently. But the day is just beautiful. You know, the sea is completely démonté, as they say in French, completely broken. And there's swell and there's wind waves, and it's with the transition of the wind, it means that you end up with a very confused sea. So it's pretty uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable on board, and very fast, even with small sails. But with the sun, I got a full charge in just with the solar panels, and so life is good again.